Hi guys, it's Jade from Nested Knowledge. Today I'm going to show you how to use Dashboard. By default, Nests do not have Dashboard Editor turned on, so what we're going to do, go to Settings, and down to Synthesis, choose which outputs to display, toggle on Dashboard. You'll notice in the left-hand side, under the Synthesis menu item, Dashboard Editor will now be displayed. When you open yours up, it will be blank. I've just set this one up for demo purposes. And what we will want to do is add in different cards. So we select the plus sign in the top right, where it says text, table, Prisma, image, and study cards that we offer at the moment. This is an example of a text card. When you edit it, it looks the same as when you add it. You add a title, very basic text editor. You can upload an image, give it a title, a description, upload the image, and whenever you give a description, there'll be a little symbol in the top right, and you can hover over, view that example description. With tables, you can edit them as well, download them. Prisma diagram, give it a title, give it a description, and either select the 2009 or 2020 version. And with study highlights, give it a title, give it a description, and select from the drop-down. These are all of your included studies to note, and you can always select from those to do a highlight. With tables in particular, it looks exactly the same as the custom tables feature in Export. It is exactly the same. So you can always do a table of studies, study arms, interventions, and tags. I should note for study arms and interventions, these will only be available, these will only be applicable when you use the meta-analytical extraction module. So if you decide to do a table of these and you haven't done that portion, it will be blank. But to show you what it looks like if you do a table of study arms, the interventions and arm sizes will be listed. For interventions, it will give you a list of those interventions. Tags you can do, whether you've done meta-analytical extraction or not, and will give you the frequency of how many tags were applied and how many of each tag in your nest. But for now, I would stick to table of studies to create this table. Because one thing in particular about Dashboard is it can be really great to build out your table exactly how it looks for your export. And it will sit in Dashboard, it will update over time, and you can sort of use that as a template for ongoing studies in different nests, so you don't have to keep building it each time. It can just sit here, download it as is for when you need to export it. So I'd stick to table of studies. You can filter to a certain tag or related report family or type if you like. Then what we can do is add in different columns. I'm going to focus mainly on the bibliographic and tags for the moment. So bibliographic, you might want to add in the DOI. You might want to add in certain things like a journal. When you add in different tags, you have two different options here. At or below or exact tag. At or below, when you select that, will show you the parent tag as the column header and the child tag plus the evidence in the cell below. So to show you what that looks like, if we do at or below tag intervention, so we know that's parent tag to these tags, that will list interventions as the column header and the child tag plus the evidence in the cells below. But if I did exact tag, let's say if I select a specific intervention of the stent retriever, that will have stent retriever as the column header and only the evidence within the cell below. So depending on what your spreadsheet looks like, you may want to use at or below or the stent retriever, the exact tag column in of itself. In addition to tags with text contents, you can also add tags with table contents. So to show you what that looks like, it will have a little table icon next to it to help guide your eye. So I'm going to add in the table I created and extracted for mortality. And that will look like this. So each of the columns in the tag table, it was group, total percentage and value. And let's say I also wanted to add another table for, let's say, neurological outcome. By default, the tag tables will join if there are any shared column headers. So in this case, I didn't want that to occur, so I can remove those joins. In order to do that, I would select the joins here, because what it's done is it's made these columns equivalent. So actually I don't want it to join everything, I just want it to join the groups, because the groups I configured, the interventions are going to be similar. So I can leave that as that. And so what's happened here is now I have the mortality table, the intervention split out for both the mortality table and the neurological outcome table, and they'll be listed appropriately. So what I can do once I've set up my table, I can hit save and it adds it to the bottom. And what you can do is, with any of these cards, you can actually reorder these. So if I wanted to pop it up here, front and center, maybe make it a little bit larger, I can do that to allow you to really visualize it properly. So once you've edited the dashboard in here, what that's going to look like in the synthesis, so the part that you actually share with the end user, is pretty much exactly the same. You're going to have all of these cards configured as such, and what the end user can do is come in and download any of these cards. So if they wanted to see all the included studies and all of this extracted data, they can hit download and they would get a CSV file of that. Similar to the other synthesis pages, you can also share this, because again, we should note that synthesis, you do not need an account in order to view this. It can be shared with anybody. You would go to the share button in the top right, share a link, a QR code, or embed this nest. Great, that's the features of the dashboard. One thing I just want to highlight again, it's really great for your custom tables, so definitely utilize it for that. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Bye.